Hi, everybody. Hi. Alright, well, this is going to go on my blog. I'm getting a lot of emails, a lot of messages and stuff. And been asking around, seeing what videos will do well, what videos won't. And basically, the idea is you put out a bunch, about 5 or 6 major videos, and you get back, a couple dozen hits on them. So, I kind of wanted to put one out, but I'm not sure if this violates any of the laws on YouTube, but I happen to be an avid drinker of Pepsi. Most would probably say I have an addiction to it. It's probably going to be the reason for my diabetes too when I finally get diagnosed. I use Pepsi, or I drink Pepsi rather, and you'll understand why I said that in a minute. Because I have a lot of gastrointestinal issues, and drinking 1 or 2 cans of this a day stops me from taking Gas-X and laxatives and various gastrointestinal meds pretty much like they're candy. And, you know, even when I was in the hospital when I was little, the first thing they wanted me to drink was actually Pepsi. So, actually, when I was in the hospital, they wanted me to drink the caffeine-free version. I didn't really care for it much, and it wasn't until my 20s that I noticed that if I drink 1 or 2 of these cans a day, that I really have almost zero gastrointestinal issues throughout the day, except for having to do something at night that I have to do in order to get rid of excess fluids and other things like that. But even that's dramatically reduced with this, and a couple meds and some other things every once in a while. But the thing is, like anything else, you balance the good with the bad, and you kind of just take it from there. So, Pepsi's always been in the family. We've never really been a Coke drinking family or an RC or even a Faygo Cola since we're in near Detroit. Pepsi's always kind of been the hallmark of the family recreational drink, and it's actually an unfortunate situation because these drinks are actually more lethal than alcohol and tobacco combined, and you have kids as young as 4 and 5 that are drinking 2, 3, 4 of these in one serving. So it's actually an unfortunate situation. But as long as you exercise, as long as you do stuff right, eventually everything turns out right. But I can remember back in the 90s, Pepsi had a clear color. It was called Pepsi Crystal, I think it was. And my grandfather, when he died in 95, he had one, I guess, downstairs. He had like his own private man cave room where nobody went, you know. There were rumors, oh my God, he has guns, he has this, he has that, and no, it was just his room. I went in there, he had like hobby shop stuff and things from his younger years and stuff like that. It wasn't anything insane. Anyway, but when we had to clear out the house after he died in like 95, 96, we actually found a 2-liter bottle, about 2-liter, about that big. However big a 2-liter is, a 2-liter won't fit on screen, I don't think. But of the Crystal Pepsi. And it was really weird because we wanted to open it. Obviously, we knew not to drink it. Not to mention it would probably taste like sludge. But, I mean, there's no chance of it when it's in a 2 liter to ferment or anything like that. So it wouldn't like turn into a vodka or a wine or anything. It would just taste like garbage, and it might even be dangerous due to all the chemicals. I mean, I'm reading this, and let's see here. What do I read? Carbonated water, yeah, that's bad for you. High fructose corn syrup, yeah, that's very bad for you. Caramel color, in other words, they're not giving what that is. Sugar, not specifically saying what kind of sugar. Phosphoric acid, yeah, that's not fucking good for you. Caffeine, doesn't say what kind. Citric acid, that's not good for you. And natural flavor, and has no listing as to what the natural flavors are. So basically, you're drinking poison in a can. And praying to God this stuff doesn't fucking kill you. I mean, they have videos of people washing their toilets with Coca-Cola. I mean, that's just bad. Uh, I can imagine what 2 or 3 of these does to your stomach on an average day. I really can. And I don't really have much to show. I only drink about 2, 3 of them a day. Again, little cans. With my system and everything, this stuff goes in and out within a couple of hours. So as long as I stay exercising and everything, it's pretty decent. And as long as I keep going to the rec and keep doing this, keep doing that, I stay and maintain a decent, healthy weight. And, there's no added medical problems that I'm aware of from this. But I imagine at some point I'll get diabetes too, and it usually happens around your 30s to 40s. I can exercise all I want. I can eat all the green vegetables I want, you know. If this helps in any way, shape, or form, it's just like people with cataracts and marijuana. At some point, you're just going to use it and say, fuck the consequences. Uh, so I wasn't really supposed to live to be this age that I am right now, and I think that has half the reasons why things are the way they are. I mean, my doctors gave me a death sentence before I was 21, and I'll go into some of my medical problems, show scars and other things, and really get the advocacy thing going. Because someone told me I should really become an advocate for whatever syndrome or disorder I have, and problem is the doctors don't want to come out with the one label that explains everything. So I'm pretty much screwed, unable to do much. No job, no real income. I have to go overseas in probably a couple weeks to set up a company overseas. If that pans out, which I need money to do that, so we just got hit with a giant snowstorm, so I don't even think the companies are open to get the loans and everything required to do that. So basically, right now, I'm just sitting here talking to you. Yes, there is clothes hanging in the basement. Yep, you were correct. Yes, I know I should probably do this from the other side, but it's okay, it's a basement. People are allowed to hang clothes. Yes, they're female clothes. No, I don't wear women's clothing. My stuff's generally hanging up. I'll point out when my stuff's hanging, but it doesn't really matter. Uh, doesn't bother me. It's a basement. It's not meant to be, the studio for these videos, but I could do it in any corner I want and show absolutely nothing but a white wall, and it wouldn't matter. But this is my Pepsi video, and I wanted to show you how much of this stuff I actually drink, because before last summer it was an incredible amount. I mean, it was like 6 to 9 cans a day, and I know I was having chest pains after a while, and I know that stuff basically gets to you. I mean, you drink so much of this, I mean, the acid gets to you. I mean, it gives you everything from athlete's feet to acid burns. I mean, it's just bad if you drink enough of this stuff. Like I said, drinking this is worse than smoking cigarettes and binging on alcohol mostly. Hell, alcohol abuse is probably more common, but or actually less common, but there's more people abusing these drinks and other things than what's put on record. Oh, this is not a drug. Like hell it isn't. Look at how many people they have that they're addicting to this stuff. Whether it's Coke, whether it's Fago Cola, whether it's Rock and Rye, whether it's Mountain Dew. Look at how many. I mean, everybody in the United States, Australia, United Kingdom, etc., probably drinks some version or another of this stuff. And it's just one of those things that you kind of go, look, it's a scam and it's an addiction now. Oh, I've gone off it. You can go off it. It's not that big a deal. But eventually you come back because you're not because I don't want to be popping 6 gas a day. I don't want to be taking my drugs 3 times a day. And drinking 1 or 2 of these a day stops me from doing that. I might have to pop my gas once a week maybe, or my uh, other drugs. I'll do something soon. I'll do a video where I explain my medical problems and explain how I manage them and everything. But as of right now, I'm still working out the house. Uh, Not to mention, on the average day, I can't remember half the medical problems because there literally are that many. I mean, I could list 5 off the top, and then there would be 15 that I would probably second guess at. So, and then there'd probably be another 5 I'd forget. But it is what it is, and I mentioned this in America 2.0, so I'm not going to mention it here for a while until I do all the videos. Uh, let's see here. So, if you have any gastrointestinal problems, Pepsi does seem to work. It keeps me regular. Okay, no, it does not keep me regular. I will not say that. 1 can a day would probably help. I would probably have to have it in the middle of the day, and that would be it. But if you drink too much of this stuff, the acids build up. It sinks into your intestine. You have that feeling on the bottom, and it's not good. I mean, and then the gases start expanding, so you have a bunch of air pressure in your stomach. So that's not good for you. Uh, and it's just a nightmare. You drink enough of this stuff, and you don't hydrate yourself enough, and everything else. The lining of your rectum gets hard, and you have problems going to the bathroom, obviously, and basically everything from there on. Um, so I wouldn't recommend this as a total solution, but if you drink the caffeine free, it's probably a little bit better. But I'd like to see this stuff taken into more context, and have the high fructose corn syrup's actually in a lot. It's in your ketchup. Honest to God, it's in your Heinz. I've seen it in Heinz. I've seen it in a few different brands. In fact, I don't think I've seen one with it out of. I mean, anything that's basically packaged as a food or drink basically has high fructose corn syrup in it. I could be leading on a little bit, but I haven't seen a whole lot without it. Caramel color. I have no idea what the hell that means. I have no idea what what the chemical compounds are in that. I don't know if it's a dihydrate, uh, you know, a moxyl something or another. I don't know if it's a carbohydrate. I don't know if it's just I mean, everything comes down to chemical composition. And phosphoric acid, I'd love to see that taken out because I think that's bad. Citric acid, depending on what it is, it's bad. But phosphoric, I'd like to see the phosphoric taken out. I mean, that's probably bad right there. Um, yeah, there's really nothing good about this. I mean, percent daily values are based on a 2,000 calorie diet. I think my daily diet's about, I'd say 1,600 calories or less. I mean, depending on day to day and what I do. I mean, the more active I am, the more active I eat and everything else. This has like almost no nutritional value whatsoever. In fact, I would say it's probably an anti-nutritional product. You drink enough of these, you can't go for a 10-mile run. Hey, be lucky if you get off the couch and go do other things. You gotta drink water with this and everything else if you're gonna be drinking these often, or else you're gonna get dehydrated. Sorry. And everything else. So anyway, uh, this is my I Love Pepsi video. Thank you for watching.